Hey, good morning. This is Jos again. Yeah, well, today I'm gonna see Stephanie again. We're gonna maybe conduct another follow-up on the interview we made last time. And it was sehr erfolgreich für die deutsche Freunde und Schauers. And lots of people have asked me questions about stuff, and I try to answer as much as I can. And well, this is currently my room, which I'm staying at a friend's, and well, it's really small and tiny, and well, as you can see, I got it covered with the world, but it's really small, and well, I'm living out of a box, and all my belongings are here, so it's really all tiny. And if I can do it, then everybody can. I'm a heart patient, so I have to take my medicine, which is quite a lot. This is a 3-month supply. So I have to be sure that I can follow up with my medicine, because in December I had like 20% heart pump failure. So I was taken straight away from the doctors to the hospital and stayed there for 1.5 weeks. With being monitored and getting all kind of medicine and follow up, and then after 1.5 weeks I was released, and that brought me really in the reality of today, being 61 years old, and yeah, what's life? What can you expect? Do you have dreams? Do you have goals? Or are you going to stay here in Europe and watching its decline? How the corrupt elite who wants it all and who wants to deploy the world, and they want to depopularize the world. They tried a good effort with the COVID scam, so they made the pandemic, really a plandemic, into an agenda to make money, and in the meantime getting lots of people ill, sick, and worse. Some even died, so there is a lot of people are in big trouble at the moment. So that everything combined, I thought, a long dream I already had about going away and doing it again, because I lived in 2023 also 5 months in Valencia. But unfortunately, the relationship didn't last, so I had to come back. My house wasn't sold, so I could easily come back and replant my agenda. But then the heart failures came along, so I had to take some medicine, some changing in my lifestyle, which was healthy anyways. But now also I had to have a heart shutdown, which is called a cardioversion or something. So basically they stop your heart and then they restart it again. And they did that for one time. It didn't work, changed the medicine again. And then they were planning a second one to do that, which was in March. But fortunately, in the morning of that, when it was due to happen, they checked my heart, and my rhythm was now good. My heart pump was also really good. The sinus was great. So they had to cancel that cardioversion. So I'm really healthy now, so to speak. Feel great. Feel 18, of course. And well, if you can't, just fake it. But I feel really, really seriously happy and good and healthy. So I can do all the things I wanted to do. But instead of thinking and dreaming, I changed completely 180 degrees and start doing it. I mean, why not? I mean, what worse thing could happen? Selling your house, living in cases with friends for the time being, getting a camper. So what's the worst thing that can happen? Your camper gets stolen. You get kicked out if they don't want you to live there anymore for the time being. It's hard to find a house in Paraguay, which the goal is where I'm going to go to. So all these things, they go through your mind. And yeah, being 61, you're experienced, you're educated by life. And you had your throwbacks once in a while, but you also have lots of ups. And for me, the glass is always half full. So you can call me naive, you can call me optimistic, you can call me crazy. And I think I check all the boxes, which I'm probably all are. But well, it's a fun life. It's a life where you actually achieve your goals, and if you aim goals and you work an effort by realizing the dreams, well, you can be amazed how much you can achieve in life. It's really great to do that. So I can only, challenge you to my subscribers to place a thumb and like it and do it, and hopefully I can motivate you and inspire you to do the same thing. Because if an old guy from Amsterdam in his 61 years of age can do it, then why can't you? I mean, just take it as a challenge. And why waiting in your, in your environment if you don't like it, if you're not happy with it, and if you want to go away, just go. I mean, what are you waiting for? And do I have all the answers? No, of course not. I'm born, as they say, with some helmet, which is like some part on your body covered as a baby, and then they call it in Holland born with the helmet. And they say you got predictional talents. Well, I don't know if that's true, but it's anyway a nice myth. But the fact of the matter is that a lot of things, when in my life I looked into the future, I always had ideas, and then I designed my way of life in that direction. And then one or two or a couple of years later, it actually came through. So maybe there is some truth in it, maybe not. Maybe it's just a mystical thing. But anyway, I don't believe in black and white. I do believe there is a fourth dimension of energy. So if you walk light through life, then you can easily connect with other people. And then with that fourth dimension, you can connect to other people. And it's a fun way of doing. It's a fun way of living. And you should be amazed if you go light through life and with an open mind, like how I met Stephanie, and that we had a nice chat, and we met, and we had a very nice conversation, and as you can see. So why not? What's keeping you? What's holding you? And well, I hope I can inspire you for doing all this. And yeah, well, I don't have any answers. I don't have any answer at all. I just, I just pretend I know by doing it, and being a father, being, a father of a 26 and a 28-year independent daughters. I hope I can inspire them if they see my life or watch this video. Who knows? I don't want to shove it in their throat, so they have to experience it by checking it out. And if they don't, then they can't see me, they can't find me, and I'm not going to push them. So that's their journey of life. So they have to do their decisions. They're going to stay here in the Netherlands, and one is living in Amsterdam, and the other one is living in Amsterdam. So yeah, it's really challenging for them to stay. And for me as a parent, it's got me really worried. I used to be blonde, now I'm gray because of the sorrows of my daughters. But no, I'm just kidding. I like my hair color, and it's natural, and I don't give a damn if it's need to be blonde. Who wants to be the eternal blonde Robert Redford anyway? When he's in his 90s, he's still being blonde. So I rather mature as nature provides me. And luckily I have strong genes in my family, so I really rely on that, and so will my daughters. But it's going to be a challenge for them, because it's the first generation actually who is not going to have a great and a same life expectancy as the previous generation had before them. Because, I mean, the way the political elites are destroying the country, the world, the BlackRocks, the State Streets, the vanguards of this world, how they manipulate by money and stock ownership. The elites in Hollywood, well, we saw that with P. Diddy, and how, Israel, Mossad is doing the same thing with other elites, with a blackmail operation with their agent Jeffrey Epstein. So it's really a sick world. It really is. So consider me healthy, and people who are in that line of manipulating, those are the real sick bastards. So I'm trying to get away from that, from Europe, because I really see a downfall on Europe coming, and is moving fast. I predicted this long time ago on Twitter. I have a channel on Twitter which is by my name, Jos Boogaard, and it's also in Dutch de Luchtschudder. So basically, it's a name given to me by my previous girlfriend from Estland, and because I talk a lot, and with talking, I move air out of my mouth, so I move air, so I shake up the air. So translated from Russia, because she speaks Russian, to Dutch, she called me Luchtschudder. So I thought that was a fun name, and it sticked to the label which I am, because I am a naturally easily talking guy. This is why I've been most of my life in the sales or in business where I could help others, and doing that was basically a skill to be able to communicate well, which I do. I speak some of my languages. I'm working on my German again to fresh it up. I'm working on Spanish because that's going to be my neues Heimat in Paraguay. Also muss ich auch gut Spanisch reden. Und mein Französisch ist sehr, sehr schwach. So I don't speak that easily French anymore. I don't speak that easily German anymore. But considering I got so many respondents from the channel of Stephanie, and the people who are in the German atmosphere, also that combined in my new homeland Paraguay, where there's also a strong, big German community. And I used to work for 12 and a half years at VMF, a German company, and I've been twice, sometimes 3 times a year to Germany, to the company, or to the Frankfurter Messe or whatever. So I'm really comfortable with the German nationality. And from my mother's side, I also do have some German blood in me. So this from the Klauer part, and from another part of my family, I have some Spanish blood in me. And from my father's side, there is some English blood in me. So, being blonde, fair, blue eyes, Dutch, and then even I am not really autochthone. I'm also, as we are in the Netherlands on the Delta, and we created the Netherlands out of the sea, as you know. So I'm not even completely all the way Dutch. I mean, who is? Because we are an open community, an open economy, and we've been that for centuries, and this was in our DNA. And this is really strongly now being, basically being manipulated and being broken down. Once we had the biggest city hall in Europe, and that's the Paleis on the Dam in Amsterdam. And it was the most famous and richest building. We had the first stock exchange. We traded with the VOC, our specialties, and we had a really empire. And then the decline came. The British took over that world dominance position, and Spanish took over. And well, now it has been for several decades the American domination. And well, I think that's also on the loose. I think it's going to be changing also. So you can see now the Chinese are no longer a developing country. They are really moving on fast, and they're taking on really fast. So we have to see if Trump is going to do his best to make America great again, and whether he can work that out. We didn't have political leaders like that. Well, I mean, we did have, but they terminated them. We had in the 70s the Centrum Democrats, which was led by Jan Maat, but he was totally way ahead. I mean, I'm talking decades ahead of the Islamic problem we have now. We brought in the Trojan horse in Europe, and well, try to get it out. If you know your history, I mean, if you don't ignore your history and you know about the Trojan horse, you know how they got defeated with that strategic movement. And this is basically what's Islam. I mean, it's 1400 years old, and you can look at Iran, you can look at Libya, you can look at Lebanon, you can look at Egypt, you can see all the other countries which Islam took over. Muslims are first friendly, then they are more, dominant, and in the end they build mosques, and then they bring in Sharia law, and it's either submission or being driven away, or worse, being killed. And I mean, don't trust me, look at the facts. It's really, really out in the open, and people are being killed, and people are being dominated by Islam. And this is going to be in Europe, as I call it on my Twitter channel, a ticking time bomb in inner cities. And it's only waiting for a revolution to stir people up if they are against it and opening their eyes and stop being voting cattle to vote for the political puppets who don't change the problems but only turn the problems into bigger problems by dividing the population, and that's going to be with the democratic identity politics. So they changed everything there. It's black against white, it's red against yellow, it's male against female, it's gender against transgender, and it's binary against non-binary, and it's totally fucked up, the whole manipulation process, in order to make us look at a different ball, while the elites, they score the goals all the time, and we don't have a clue what's going on the field. And they keep changing the rules on the field also all the time by their puppet masters, ruled by Klaus Schwab and the WEF. So it's really tough. It's really tough. And yeah, well, being a little bit curious, being also not blind, and have some mind and thinking about all these things, I have an opinion on that, and I express my opinion on X. I have plans to make a book about it, so I will write that when I have time and am more at ease in Paraguay. And in the meantime, I will motivate why I'm going out, why I'm moving out of Europe, because I don't see it coming in a good way in a short time. I'm 61. Maybe I get another 15 years. Maybe I get another 20 years. And in that time span, I don't see we solve the Islamic problem in Europe. So especially in the Netherlands, because we were really run by a fake government, a deep state is running and calling all the shots. And Mark Rutte, he's been orchestrating that for 12 years. Look into the facts, what they did, the toeslagaffaire, the people in Groningen who are, their houses are being destroyed because of the gas, and people are paying enormous amount of money for natural gas, while the same government is selling it for like 10 cents a cubic meter to other countries, and that for decades. So we are being ripped off by our own government. And there's a time that enough is enough. And for me was December, when I had my heart problems. That was the moment I thought to myself, well, this is it. I'm gonna move out. I'm gonna check out. So my sister, she's currently in Paraguay looking for a house to rent, and with her son. And I'm joining there also in a couple of months to check it out. When I ship my container with my cars on the 23rd to Paraguay, I hope they arrive at September, October, so I can collect them, work them through customs, and then my real journey starts. So yeah, well, that's basically what's going on. So there's a lot going on in my life, but I really love it. And well, I hope you are a little bit better known with my motivation, and you get to know me a little bit better as who I am. And well, feel free to drop a comment or send me an email. Bogart in Paraguay @gmail.com. And I love to hear what you think. And well, I'm really, really happy. I have over 200 subscribers already in just 2 days. So maybe if I'm having the time, I will find out how my DJI camera and my DJI drone are gonna work, so I can send better content. So till now, I'm still running everything on my old iPhone Pro 13. So yeah, I don't have the time to read the manuals. Just that's basically what it is. So I don't know everything. I do know nothing, but I'm willing to experience everything. So look forward for the next one. Thank you for watching.